Greetings one and all, and welcome to Beyblade Central. So glad to see you here. For today's show, we'll be doing an unboxing and review of the newest Random Boosters Volume 7. And this time, I made sure to pre-order it. The last Random Booster that we got, I forgot to pre-order it, and ever since it's been a pain to try and find for a good price. So when the company I typically order Beyblade from told me that they might not be able to fulfill my order and I would probably have to wait a few weeks to get the rest, I was totally okay with that, since I'd rather wait a few weeks than to spend 3 times the amount for this random booster later on. To my surprise, they were able to send me all 10 random boosters that I ordered, which I could not have been happier for, since this random booster has a lot of parts I really like, and of course some really good recolors. This random booster selection includes the prize base Cerberus Flame, a secondary prize base Well Flame, a recolor of the prize base, and likely reference to Cerberus from Burst with Cerberus Dark, and a recolor of Drawn Buster, Black Shell, and Cobalt Dragoon. I'm really glad that ever since CX was released, the random boosters seem to have gotten a lot better, since the Ghost Circle one was probably the worst one if I'm being honest, but regardless, we got 10 random boosters to go through, so let's not waste any more time. And for our first box we have, oh shit, Whale Flame! This is the secondary prize base for this random booster, and just like with Rhino Reaper, which I don't have, rather than it being given an original blade, it's just given a recolor of the prize base. But it does come with an original assist blade. Massive is a pretty interesting blade design wise, since it has 5 blades pointing downwards for smash attacks. The design itself is a lot like Whale Wave, which I think is pretty cool. Same with the chip, but admittedly I would have preferred if they had changed the design just a bit more, but this is still fine. The main blade on the other hand, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it does look really good, but I'm not sure if Flame really makes sense for Whale, since Whale is kind of a sea creature and Flame is, fire. It could just be me, but either way the blade looks really good and I'm very happy to have gotten it. The parts on the other hand, I'm very disappointed with, and I would have preferred if they had given it a brand new bit or something like Zap or Tapered or Transpoint, but High Tapered, come on. At least it's not as bad as this Ratchet 385. Yeah, this Ratchet sucks in every possible way, so please, for your sake, don't use it. Overall, not a terrible bait, but nothing too exciting. The best part being just the assist blade and the chip. Everything else, not too exciting. I mean, I guess Flame is also pretty good, but still, it's an okay pull. Next up, we have Cerberus Dark. Let's go. Cerberus Dark is an alright pull, if I'm being honest. While the chip and assist blade are recolors of the prize blade, the Dark main blade isn't very good in my opinion, but since it is a likely reference to Burst, I will let it slide. The 160 Ratchet is also pretty good, and green, so it's my favorite color, so that's automatically gonna be good for me. But the bit sucks. I really hate that it comes with another damn flat. Like, come on, give us something like Rush, Level, Love Flat, Gear Rush, Gear Flat, or literally any other attack type bit, but stop giving us so many damn flats. Sorry, almost lost my cool there. Anyways, that's really my only gripe with this pull, because again, we don't need another flat. Give us some other bits, please. Alright, let's see what's inside box number 3, and we have the prize bait. Let's freaking go. I know it may seem like I'm purposely putting all the CX stuff first, but rest assured, I made sure that when writing this script, I wrote them down according to which one I actually pulled. Cerberus Flame is the prize bait for this random booster and is a reimagining of Cerberus from the MFP era and only comes with one repeating part, 580. 580 is actually a pretty good ratchet in my opinion, and is definitely one you should use if you want to be using a 80 height ratchet because of its very high burst resistance. The colors on it also look pretty good, and I'm really digging the Dark Crimson 80 core because that looks really cool. With this bait we get yet another variant of ball, this time being Wall Ball. Wall Ball has a 16 teeth gear count, and what makes this ball different is the ring around it. This ring is meant to help the base stand upwards during battle by not only preventing it from being leaned too far in one direction, but these gaps are also meant to kick the bait up to keep it upright. From what I've seen, it does a pretty good job of this more or less, but I'm not sure if that means that this part will become meta breaking. One thing's for sure is that it's better than Glide, so that's a plus. The main blade flame is also a blade I think could be really good since it has a very round design to it. The small gaps could help it with stamina, and its smooth profile means it could have some very solid defense because it has very little recoil, which is really good. So hopefully this is a good ratchet. And oh my gosh, they hollowed it out. No! They hollowed out this bay. So they massacred my boy. As for the chip, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of it. I really don't like that Cerberus, being a 3-headed dog, should have the same design for all 3 heads, but for some reason they decided that the front dog should have all the design budget and then the side ones just be these really boring looking dog heads. Like really, it wasn't so hard for you guys to make it like, you know, have the 3-headed dog have 3 same heads? Like really, you guys had to change the design for the other 2 heads? Like come on, this wasn't an issue for any of the other Cerberus bays that we've gotten in previous generations, so why is it an issue here? You know, I really hate that about this chip, but you know what, I'll let it slide because everything else about this bay is pretty good. And next up we have the pink black shell. This is a fantastic pull since it comes with the wall ball recolor and a black shell recolor in pink, which is pretty cool since we don't get many pink bays. But it's also really cool that since black shell was a prize bay at some point, so pretty exciting part. But the most exciting for me is the ratchet, which is 770. We haven't gotten too many recolors of 7, so really happy that we get another one here. And the ratchet core also looks pretty good. A solid pull overall. Next up we have another black shell. Alright, 2 more 7 ratchets to add to my collection. Very happy about this. Plus another wall ball copy. Yes please. Since I got 10 boosters, I will get a bare minimum 4 duplicates. And now that we know that one of them is black shell, I would really like to get duplicates of both the prize base and a drum buster, since both Cerberus Dark and Cobalt Dragoon are not bad pulls I think, but the other 2 are way better. So let's see what we get. Next up we have another Cerberus Dark. Again, not a bad pull, but was really looking forward to something else. I guess I get more CX parts, so that's a plus I guess. Alright, let's see, hopefully not another duplicate, and we have Cobalt Dragoon, let's go! Cobalt Dragoon is a left spinning bay and is surprisingly good for the meta despite all the debuffs that TT gave it, like its very unbalanced weight. But again, it is a really good blade, and I'm really hoping that putting Dragoon in this random booster means that we will get more left spinning bays in the future, since I would love to be getting a lot more left spinning bays in X. 455 is not a very good ratchet. It has a very low burst resistance, which is intentional, and it can't be really used much since it has a very square design. Not to mention, shark scale will come with 450, so this ratchet has no real use, so don't really care about it. Lastly, we have another wall ball bit, this time in white, so pretty cool I guess. We're down to our last 3 boxes, so let's see what we get. And we have another Cerberus! What the hell? This freaking sucks. I really want to get a double of Whale or Cerberus Flame, not Cerberus Dark. Man, this sucks. But again, I guess more CX parts for customs, but really big shame it wasn't one of the prize bays. I was really looking forward to another Cerberus Flame, but oh well, I have to wait until Hasbro releases it. Alright, down to our final 2. So with any luck, we will get that Drawn Buster and a duplicate of any other bay than Cerberus Dark. So hopefully with one of them being a prize bay. So let's see, and we have Drawn Buster, thank goodness. Because oh my, I was really looking forward to this one. And this also means I have the full set of the random boosters. While the bit is absolute trash and should never be used because it can screw up your stadium, the 580 ratchet is really good and looks really good, so really glad that we got another one. But the one I really wanted to get for this pull was the blade itself, Drawn Buster. I really like that it's a reference to the gray drawn sword that we got from the first random booster, which is a recolor I really like, and I ended up painting it. And just with like that one, I am intending to paint this one, so really happy to have gotten at least one of this release. Alright, now that we have the full set, let's check out what double we got, and hopefully it's not a Cerberus Dark. We have, Cobalt Dragoon. Very nice. Overall, really good random booster. All the parts are very solid, with the only ones that really suck are for the blades, none. All the blades are pretty good. ratchets 455 and 385. And for the bits, only metal, needle, and flat. So out of the 21 parts that you can get from this random booster, only 2 really suck and 4 are mediocre. But other than that, all of them are really exciting parts, and I'm really happy that this is the ratio for this random booster, because the other ones that we've gotten with like Ghost Circle and Black Shell were worse. So really relieved that the random boosters seem to have gotten a much better attention by TT. But wait, there's more. By getting the ratchet from Drum Buster, the bit from Black Shell, the chip and assist blade from Cerberus Dark, and the main blade from Whale Flame, we have a Flame Cerberus recolor in a very nice blue and purple recolor. I can't help but think about blue flames when looking at this, and I think that was intentional, and it looks super cool. Comparing it side by side, it looks really good, and I guess in one way or another I did end up getting a duplicate of the prize blade, so not bad at all. Overall, I highly recommend this random booster, as everything regarding it is fantastic, and really there's no terrible pull, only terrible parts, but even then it's just 4 out of the 21 parts, so that's a pretty good ratio from random boosters. So in total, after those 10 random boosters, we got 1 Cerberus Flame, 1 Whale Flame, 3 Cerberus Darks, 1 Drawn Buster, 2 Black Shells, and 2 Cobalt Dragoons. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to not miss out on any future uploads. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.